picture it, Los Angeles 2025.
Oh, welcome to Out on the Lanai, the only Golden Girls podcast you're ever going to need to listen to. I am HAlanScott / Sadie Pines.
I'm Kerri Doherty, and today we are bringing you something very special. It is part conversation, part Golden Girls clip show, because just in a short while, we will be joined by the lovely Matt Cameron and Phyllis Body of the podcast, Filling in Phyllis.
Oh my God. Now, if you can't tell, Kerri has a cold.
Yeah, I'm sick as shit, guys.
Yeah, sick as shit. So she is powering through for us. I told her, I was like, I can do this, Kerri. I can do this. I can fly solo. I don't like it, but I can. And you were like, no, the show must go on.
Yes, in my best Kathleen Turner voice, I said, I'm going to be here. I'm going to do it for the fans. It's actually more like my B. Arthur voice, I guess.
It is. Yeah, it definitely is. Can I tell you something? Can I share something in my day?
Yes, of course, please.
So I had to go to the Disney lot to watch a movie for a story I'm working on, right? Fun times. I go to the Disney store while I'm there. And I am, if you know me, which you do, and people
Yes.
listening, you basically understand me at this point. I'm a clumsy person. I tend to do things unintentionally that make people stare at me. And oftentimes those things involve what would be embarrassing for other people, not embarrassing for me. And so I was rushing. I went early to go to the Disney store there so I could pick up some stuff for my nieces because I'm going to St. Louis this next week to visit them. And so I'm going to visit them, and I bought all this stuff, a little bit for my nieces, a little bit for me and Michael.
Yes.
And as I'm exiting the store, and this is part of the thing, before I got on, I told Kerri everything was going wrong today, and this was the start of everything going wrong. So as I'm exiting the store, there's this lovely tour group, and they're talking about something, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'd like to do a tour group someday. I would like to lead a tour group. I think I could do that. I'd be a great tour guide. And as I'm leaving, I face plant. I have lots of bags with me because I just bought a lot of stuff, and I face plant. Fortunately, the bag stopped me or protected me from the fall. And as I face plant, all of the items go flying out. In any other situation, that would be embarrassing for people to see. Multiple boxes of wishables, which are little things you open. They're surprises. Those are for my nieces. And then lots of 2X size outfits for both Michael and I for various items that are embarrassing. It was just basically like an enraged fan fell to the ground, was shot, really. And then the tour group decided to come over, and everyone decided to help me, because when someone who is 200 plus pounds falls, everyone gets involved. And so everyone came to help me up, and then to pick up all of my items, and then to proceed to talk about all of my items.
That is an extra step that I don't know that I would have taken had I come over to help you, but
I mean, they were like, oh, this is cute. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I was looking for that bag. Literally, it just became this conversation. And then I realized I wanted to become the tour guide. And then I became the tour guide. I became the tour. I became the tour.
You were the tour.
Yes.
You were a stop on the tour.
And then I had to yell. I had to be like, I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to go watch the new James L. Brooks movie. I'm sorry.
I'm here on business.
Yeah, I might look ridiculous.
Like, sure.
I might look ridiculous, but I have a point. I have a point to me being here. Anyway, that was my day. That was part of the day. A lot of it
part
went long
of the
afterwards.
day.
Yes.
Yeah, today was a rainy day in Los Angeles.
I know, which made falling even more dramatic because everyone's like talking. They're, oh, you slipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a mess of a human. I am, but whatever.
You're here. We're here. We're here to talk Golden Girls. We have some great fans today.
We do.
For anybody who hasn't listened to Filling in Phyllis, which first of all, you're a guest on it, I believe, this week, right?
Yes, the episode is out now. In fact, as I was falling, and Matt will, if he's listening to this, he will know. As I was falling, I saw the notification that they shared a collab post with me on Instagram, and I have yet to look at Instagram because I fell, and then I had to rush to the movie, and then I had to rush home, and then I lost my keys, and I couldn't find my package, and now I'm here. So, Matt, I'm going to share it real soon. But yes, I am a guest today on Filling in Phyllis. It is so much fun. It is such a fun podcast. Both Matt and Phyllis are fantastic. Phyllis, as you will see, just us getting ready to record was funny. Phyllis is a hoot and a half, and she is a golden girl that you all are going to love.
Yes, and I do want to read the description of their podcast because I absolutely love it. And also, we can tell you guys exactly why we had them on because it is very, very Golden Girls specific.
Yeah.
So this is their podcast. It says, "Glasses up. Join your new best friends at their favorite local hangout for an evening of gossip and gab, alongside bold, bubbly guests Matt, Phils in Phyllis on the weekly buzz, the ripest pop culture deep cuts, and uncorks worlds unknown."
Yeah.
So wonderful. These two have such a special friendship. There is a massive age difference between them.
Well, let's not say massive.
I shouldn't say massive. As soon as I said massive, I was like, well, hang on.
Kerri, calm down.
There is an age difference between them. Phyllis, I love you. God bless you. But because of their special friendship, we thought it would be fun, to talk to them about their love of the Golden Girls, but also some moments on the Golden Girls where the women had storylines with younger folks and what that sort of taught us about age and American culture. So it really was such a fun and interesting conversation with them.
Such a treat.
Such a treat.
And what I love is Phyllis. My favorite bit that Phyllis did. It's not a bit. This is actually just Phyllis being Phyllis. But what I loved is she kept doing the, "Did you know that such and such about Golden Girls facts?" And both Kerri and I were like, "We know, Phyllis. This is the place where we know these things."
I loved it every time she was like, "Okay, wait, but this one," and then it was, it was so wonderful. Yeah, it was a great conversation. I'm so excited for everybody to hear it.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, I feel like we have to talk about Diane Keaton.
Yeah, that one hit me hard.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and I've been thinking, it's been really nice to see how big of a response her passing has gotten, because I knew like our corner of the world would mourn the passing of Diane Keaton, and of course the gays and the ladies would all mourn the passing of Diane Keaton, because she's one of our leaders. But to see the greater culture at large recognize the impact that Diane Keaton as a human had on Hollywood and creativity is really, really heartening to see. And it's almost legitimizes the love that we've all had for her for so long, and it's just so sad when it comes out of nowhere. I mean, yes, she was 79, and yes, she had an illness that she hadn't talked about, but apparently it happened quickly, and all the details are irrelevant. It's just sad, but I'm really glad we got her, and her spirit exists forever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, I Diane Keaton and Something's Gotta Give. I mean, obviously, Diane Keaton for me goes all the way back to like Woody Allen movies, and then as a kid watching Father of the Bride, and then obviously First Wives Club, and then all of her Nancy Meyers movies. I'm pretty sure
only one.
Oh, she only did Something's Gotta Give?
Well, I guess Father of the Bride, Nancy Meyers is involved in, but Something's Gotta Give is the only directed film that she was involved in. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to show this photo for anybody watching the video version. Last Halloween,
kind of disturbing, Kerri. Kind of disturbing.
What? My Halloween costume?
Yes.
No. So
set it up before you show.
Last year for Halloween, I like to dress up as characters from movies I really like. Like years ago, I went as Kenny Fisher from Can't Hardly Wait, Seth Green's character. I like made my own jacket. I was like cutting out felt. And it had been a while since we had little Oreo. I haven't really done a Halloween costume that I was like really excited about. And then a friend invited me to a Halloween party, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go by myself. Stan can watch little Oreo. Now, what do I want to be? And I was looking at like just movies that really have just had such a lasting impact on me. And one of those movies is Something's Gotta Give. I love Diane Keaton and Keanu Reeves. Like I love their romance. I love everything about it. So, but I was like, I want to put a little bit of a twist on it. So I decided to go.
This is the disturbing part.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Viewers, fans weigh in. I decided to go as zombie Diane Keaton, and something's got to give.
Which I
So
know Diane would approve of this. She would approve of this, but I'm just
I
saying it
feel
is
like
still
she would have.
disturbing.
So I'm going to show the
Yes.
photo now.
Yeah,
So
you can
there I
watch, you can see it
am.
on Patreon or YouTube right now. But yes, I mean,
Yep.
great, Kerri. It's wonderful. I mean,
With
you
the
really,
pleated khakis and the
you
white
did it. You did
shirt and the
it.
wig. The wig
And
could have been cut a little bit shorter, but
the zombie face stuff. I get it. But it's, you, you,
what?
you texted me the picture. When did you text it? Like
I don't
the
know, a couple
day,
days ago. I
the
think it was
day.
maybe that day or the day
And
after.
it literally was like, now, this is something that I think only we could appreciate, but I do think Diane would appreciate it too. That on the day of her passing, you showed me a zombie picture of Diane Keaton, essentially,
Yes.
and thus I
Uh,
would kind of want Diane Keaton to be a zombie. Like I would
yeah,
want,
that's some imagery.
yeah, that's some imagery. So that's why
Hmm.
I'm saying it was disturbing, but
I
in a
will say,
delightful way. In a delightful way.
I went to a Halloween party of adults our age. Not a
Yes,
single person knew who I was. No one even asked who
I
I
would have.
was.
I would have.
So what I think people were just like, "Oh, this woman put zombie makeup on," and they just thought that I was me as a zombie.
With a bad
But
wig.
yeah, if that. I
No.
just nobody asked. I was so excited to tell anyone.
Of
No one
course.
asked.
Of
No
course.
one asked. So,
I will say for anyone who for me, I my introduction obviously to Diane Keaton was First Wives Club. Probably Father of the Bride, and then First Wives Club is when I really fell in love with Diane Keaton. And I then, as I was known to do as a kid, I would obsess over one thing an actor, an actress specifically would do, and then I would do a deep dive into all of their work. And so because of that, at a very young age, I was able to appreciate some Diane Keaton films that were really kind of above my pay grade in terms of age limit that I probably should not have been watching, like Looking for Mr. Goodbar, like The Godfather, like Shoot the Moon. Oh my God, if you haven't seen Shoot the Moon, it's a fantastic film with Albert Finney about a couple's divorce, and it's just such a good movie. And you know, there's Baby Boom, of course, but there are so many. Unstrung Heroes is her first film that she directed. Hung Up is a fantastic, or Hanging Up is a fantastic film that she directed. There are just so many. She played Amelia Earhart in a TV movie. Like there are so many things that I digested of Diane over the years that became a part of my pop culture DNA. And it's just her imprint on me. I did a report on her in 7th grade because I got a free report that I could do a report on anybody I wanted to, and I chose Diane Keaton.
I
In
love that.
Mrs. Roush's class, I chose Diane Keaton. Every other kid in class was like, "Who?" And I was like, "Diane Keaton."
You're like, "Read a book."
Go see Reds. Go see. I mean, there's just so many films and things that Diane Keaton. And read her book. Oh my God, her books are. She has 2 memoirs that she wrote. She has a lot of other books, like photography books, but she has 2 memoirs. One about her mother and one about her brother, and they're beautifully written. You hear Diane in reading it, and not just the audiobook. You actually hear her voice as you're reading the book, the physical pages, and it's just. I can't tell you enough to just do a deep dive on Diane Keaton, and don't just do the best of, do the deep cuts of Diane Keaton, and you will see why Hollywood is reacting the way they are.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
also love that she was like unapologetically unmarried for her entire life.
Unmarried, had children in her 50s, adopted, did what she wanted to do, you
Hmm.
know, and went out on her own terms. She didn't tell anybody outside of her close immediate circle. And Nora Ephron did a similar thing. And
Hmm.
on some level, I can respect that because
Yeah.
she was a private person. As much as
Hmm.
her personality was for the ages, she still very much was a private person. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we are living in the timeline of humanity that included Diane Keaton. You know?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same. Well, before we get into our conversation with Matt and Phyllis, I just wanted to fill everybody in on what's going on in the GG VIP Club this week and upcoming. So this week on our Rusty Anchor Happy Hour bonus episode, we are doing a little bit of a mini clip show. It's the Golden Girls' most Halloween-inspired moments on the show. These are moments where the feature maybe a really good costume or like a nightmare scenario, really scary stuff. So like uncanny valley moments. So that's what we're doing on the Rusty Anchor Happy Hour. And then we're going to have another live Golden Girls watch along party on Zoom. It's going to happen Saturday, October 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to put up sometime this week, I'll put up episodes for people to vote on to watch. I'll try to find episodes that feel like they have a Halloween-y kind of moment in them. And if you want to check out a live watch along, head on over to patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast. And if you sign up for the $8 a month tier, that's where you can get join us for the live watch along parties. It's like the highlight of our month. We love it. We all watch an episode of the show together. We all talk in the chat about it. We do like a Q&A afterwards. It's just like we're all hanging out having a Golden Girls party.
It's so much fun. You guys should join, even if just for that. It's so much fun. Should we get into the episode with Matt and Phyllis?
Yes.
I can't wait. Y'all are gonna love. You're gonna love. Phyllis and Matt, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Okay, we have to say beforehand, Phyllis, you came. What I love about Phyllis, now we set up at the podcast and everything. Y'all should go listen and subscribe to Philly and Phyllis. But what I love is, and you were having some technical issues beforehand, before you got on, and I was telling Matt, this is actually kind of the perfect way for Phyllis to enter the podcast. Sort of just like probably frenzied, probably chaotic, probably
Right.
how do you what Beatles memoir can I put this thing on to prop up to be able to have a conversation? All the things. So Phyllis, thank you for satisfying the itch that I knew you would scratch.
Absolutely. Matt thinks the world of you. I love the Golden Girls. I love that you do this thing. I watch them every night after the news. Otherwise, I'll jump off my balcony if I don't. Because they make me laugh.
Yes. Well, I'm glad. I'm very glad about that. Well, okay. So first question, I guess, for both of you, and Matt, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
But how long have you been a Golden Girls fan?
Oh man, I think I discovered the Golden Girls probably in like 7th grade, which was around like 2003, 2004 for me. It was when Lifetime had the rights, and so they aired it with the correct commercial breaks, I might add, because once it got to Hallmark, they would kind of mess it up a little bit.
Hallmark really did screw up everything. I'm sorry.
They did.
Hallmark pisses me off.
Yeah.
Unless they want to sponsor the podcast, in which case we love you.
Yeah.
We absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who does like all their movies.
Oh, well, tell your friend I'm furious, but I also am open to a conversation. Anyway, Matt, sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. No. I think it must have been when I was 11 or 12. Every morning in the summer, I'd wake up and it was The Nanny and I want to say Frasier and the Golden Girls. It was that morning lineup. And yeah, ever since then, been a huge fan, seen every episode. Although I know I'm in the presence of some true stans. You mentioned a few things on our show when you appeared just recently, and you know more than I do. So I'm ready to learn, ready to be here.
Well, we're all GG VIPs here. But Phyllis, now what I love about you is you are a sassy senior. You are out here. You are living. You got your red lips on. The hair is done up. You are ready to party. But what about the Golden Girls? Because you obviously remember when they were actually on the air.
They were, and do you remember the dates? It was in the 80s, right? Do you remember what the dates were?
It was Saturday night. And
I knew it was Saturday night.
Yeah.
I would actually sit in the living room with my parents and watch the show before I would go out with my friends.
And where would you go afterwards? Where would you go after having the Golden experience?
Downtown Cleveland. I was living in Cleveland at the time, from New York to Cleveland. And Cleveland gets a bad rap, but there's a lot of discos all around Lake Erie and the river. And we would just go out till 3 o'clock in the morning, but I had to have my Golden Girl fix.
Well,
I love that it was appointment television for you.
Yeah.
It totally was.
Yeah.
It totally was. And the thing, well, if you think about it now, so many of those shows were so progressive and thought-provoking, and probably some of them you couldn't even air now. You know, like remember when, oh my God, when Rose picked the band for some kind of event and she didn't realize they were all, back in the day, they called them drag queens or whatever they called.
Yeah.
And oh my God, what's Dorothy said? You know, do you notice anything different about the band? And she's like, no, what? I'm so confused. And one of the guys from the band goes by and he goes, you think you're confused? Look at the saxophone player or something like that.
Classic moment.
Classic,
But
classic Phyllis.
you couldn't say that now,
No,
obviously.
no.
But I just all the characters were so perfectly cast. Actually, a friend of mine cast Estelle Betty to play Sophia Petrillo.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's how old I'm 68, full disclosure. But it was just so well written and everything, they were all so good. The timing of their it was just perfect. It
Well,
really
I need to
was.
back up. I need to back up a little bit, Phyllis, because I do want to just state for all of our listeners, because Kerri and I have been recapping some episodes of this show, and I just wanted to clarify that you were actually hot in Cleveland before Hot in Cleveland was a show, which, especially with you being
You got that right, baby. You got
with you
that
being
right.
out till 3 a.m., I could just
That's right.
imagine you were
Yes.
hot in
Oh
Cleveland.
yeah, where the you guys probably don't there were these high heels called candies and platforms and a long stiletto heel. I had them in red, white, and black and navy blue. I can't even the thought of even wearing those again, dancing for 6 hours. I have heart palpitations.
Yeah, God bless you.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did.
Wow, I feel like I would have gotten an STD if I went out with you. So then I guess the other thing that we should clarify, because I mean, before we get into the podcast, which I do want to talk about, we have some clips that we're gonna play of the Golden Girls we want you guys to react to in the second segment. But for right now, I do need to first know the question that every Golden Girls needs to be asked. What Golden Girl are you, Matt?
Ooh, okay. So I didn't know this question was coming, but I'm glad it's here. I used to have this like thing that I'd say to myself in my 20s. I used to tell myself that I was Blanche in theory, but Rose in practice. And what I mean by that is like I wanted to slut it up, but I didn't. And I am 100% Rose. I don't know. I think I just like to, see the best in people and
Yeah.
maybe a little naive sometimes. But I own it.
We all need a
That's
Rose.
such a sweet, sweet way to describe it. I'm
Matt
Blanche
is
in
a
theory.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
I have to
In
say,
my head,
even
I'm Blanche. Yeah, I
before
love
we
that.
even before Phyllis, before you answer, I do want to say, Matt, when we first met, you were telling me that you had what the script, right? You had a script that we were gonna tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. Is it the Golden Girl script?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So my partner Jake and I love to go to estate sales here in LA. I mean, it's amazing. You show up and like, we're not living in mansions, but these people are.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
lot of times it's people in the industry. And there was an estate sale about a year ago. I found a Golden Girl spec script that a comedian wrote, and it's not very good. I do need to share it with you. I would love to hear you guys kind of talk about it and see what you think.
I would
Um,
love that.
Yes, I will send it to you. It's I forget the writer's name, and then there's another one that I found. I think I found it on Reddit, and it may already be on your radar. But there's kind of like
Kerri
notes
probably
in the
has.
margin of
Yeah.
this is not good, this isn't funny, no, 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 and it's fun to read. It's entertaining.
Yeah. Kerri would love that. Kerri would love to read that script.
Yeah, as a professional television writer, I would love to read that script.
Yes.
So, Phyllis, what Golden Girl are you? I think I know the answer.
Well, oh good. I want to hear this.
Okay. Well, no,
I'm
please.
actually a combination. And
Okay.
it's kind of I am Dorothy and I am Rose.
See, the red hair says otherwise.
Oh, what does it say? Blanche?
Yes.
Maybe back in the day, I was Blanche, but I also have I have a naivete about me, and also from New York. And people always tell my mother that she reminded them of Dorothy. So now I think in 20 years I will be Sophia Petrillo, but right now I'm a combination of the two.
Amazing. Amazing.
I love that you can be different Golden Girls in different phases of your life.
It's true.
There you go. That's very true.
It's
That's
very
true. And I always wanted to be Blanche, but it just didn't work.
really. I
That's
feel
something
like
that the two of you have in common.
yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, but I didn't have 20 guys home every night, but
I have stories.
I'm from an Italian Catholic family, so the guilt was always like there. But not to say I was Pollyanna, but yeah, I'm a combination of those two. But I love the other two. They were all spectacular.
Well, I can tell you, because I don't know what made it into the podcast that people can go listen to with Filling and Phyllis right now, my episode of it. But I do know that the three of us, talked a lot about my experiences with Italian men over the years and how they are the best of all the men out there.
Yes.
Stan, Kerri's husband, is also Italian. So I can attest that Kerri also believes Italian men are the best out there. So I'm just saying, Italians know a thing or two. Phyllis,
They do. But you know what's funny? And Kerri, I love being Italian. I mean, we all should love what we are, but I've never dated an Italian man.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I feel like it's incestuous. I have like 20 cousins, and I know how they think, and they're great, and they're fun, and they're handsome. I'm not going to say I never slept with one, but I've never really dated an Italian man. I like blonde, blue-eyed Scottish. Like I like the straight version of Matt.
Okay, yeah, I know. I think Matt and I's lineage are probably exactly the same.
Phyllis, I got you beat with cousins. Because my mom's side's Italian, so that's the Gramazio side, and
that sounds Sicilian, is it?
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah,
I got
I
my
think
family
it's-
paperwork somewhere. I have pregnancy brain right now, so I don't know anything.
Oh,
But
you're
I think I
pregnant?
have. Yeah, I'm so big right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think I have like 37 cousins. So
It's over the top.
yeah,
It's
just on
it's
my
a-
mom's side. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's
So I guess I'm lucky that I've never dated one of my cousins, because
Yeah,
I got
no,
a lot of them.
it's very interesting. I was at a wedding. I was 13. I was 5'8" at 13, and I developed early. And I was at a wedding in Chicago with all the Italian cousins. And this guy, one of my cousin's friends, said, "Oh, let's go over there." And he bought me a shot. I was like 14, 13. So all of a sudden I see my father, Uncle Aldo, Uncle Vinny. They're all walking in to see where the guy took me. I remember I had a green velvet dress on, but they were all like lined up. I was so humiliated. But the guy was trying to get me drunk, and he actually succeeded. I mean, I was a kid.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I love that.
naturally. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the podcast, Filling and Phyllis, which you can go listen to and subscribe anywhere. You can also watch on, correct me if I'm wrong, watch on YouTube and all the places, right? You can do all the things. But how did the podcast come about?
So I've had this idea for about 6 years, and I just never really had the money or just like the guts to do it. Honestly, I think, we talk about this in the first episode of our podcast. There was a girl in high school who told me that my voice sounds like the gay alien on American Dad, and I really took that to heart for a very long time. And so I used to say, like, I don't have a voice for podcasting. Like, I have a voice for miming, right? Like, I didn't think it was for me. And so there was a little bit of fear there. And there's like some internalized homophobia, right? Like that's part of what gay men kind of experience growing up. But I've always enjoyed my conversations with Phyllis. The two of us getting drinks together is just always so fun. I learned so much. I hope that she does too. I think we're a really good team. Phyllis and I met about 12 years ago through some mutual friends, and it's just such a special friendship that I'm super grateful for. And so the idea of the podcast,
So am I.
is we're bringing like unique, interesting people to the table, people that Phyllis and myself may not meet in real life, and hearing those stories and experiences. And we are gearing up for our second batch of episodes. We are not shifting gears necessarily, but we are going to kind of start to tackle some conversations that families around the country are having. So Phyllis and I, for example, Phyllis and I are really, really good friends, and I think that it's easier for us to have these conversations than perhaps it is for certain people to have with their moms or their dads. The stakes are just as high, right? Like, me and Phyllis, like, we're so close, but it's a safe space. And so we're going to start with AI, because we've both been fooled by AI recently, and I think that's something that we need to be on.
Hate. I get fooled by AI on Instagram all the time, and Phyllis, it makes me feel like a senior citizen, I have to say.
Well, and I'm so glad you said that, because I thought I'm just turned 68 4 weeks ago,
Happy
and I'm
birthday.
like, thank you. I feel so stupid. It's like, is this real or is it not real? Now, did you hear that Governor Newsom just passed a bill law? It will. I don't know when it comes into effect, that you are not allowed to use AI anymore for actors.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that's
great.
good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
yeah, and a little to add what Matt said. I feel like ever since your mother was out here, I keep calling you Matthew now, but Matthew. Um,
Whatever you want.
I was single. I was went through a divorce. My dad died, and I met Matt through two other guys. All these young, 50, gorgeous gay guys, and they kind of adopted me because they all left their mamas, you know, Texas and Illinois and New York and blah blah blah. I didn't have any children, and so we just kind of clicked. And they kind of took me out of my funk of losing my father because I just loved being with them. And if they told me my lipstick color sucked, I threw it out before asking anybody else. Because seriously,
Well, Phyllis, I want to ask you about that, and just sort of piggybacking a little bit on what Matthew said, was like, what do you think it is? Because I also have that in my life, and I think the Golden Girls audience, it speaks to the Golden Girls audience, the idea of a friendship that has a large age gap. You know what I mean? A little bit about me. When I first moved to Los Angeles, and we talked about on your podcast about, me going through chemo and all those things. And I lived with my best friend's mom, but she was actually just one of my best friends. But there's a 40, 50-year age gap between us. And but she's still one of my best friends. And so what do you think it is about that large of an age gap that somehow makes your friendship different or better or work?
that's a really good question. I think, and while you were asking this, I think your souls connect. I really do. I think your souls connect. And for me, like would never have known how to figure out how to do this freaking thing with the Chrome tonight. I learned that from the younger people, but I also like to share my wisdom. I'm funny and zany, all that, but I'm been told I'm pretty wise, and I like to teach and learn from the younger people. So I think it's just when souls connect. I really
Mm,
do. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I have a friend. She's one of my dearest friends. She just turned 89. She reads 60 books a year. She reads the LA Times front to back every day, and will tell anyone to fuck off. And I love that about her. Very Christian. She's just an interesting person. And she's got 20 something years on me. Well, actually, it's getting smaller now. But she went to Woodstock, for God's sakes. I
Wow.
don't know anybody that went to Woodstock.
Yeah.
So I just think it's when souls connected. Age is just a number.
Yeah. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I love about when you guys were sort of talking about your dynamic is, it so reminds me of the Golden Girls because of the chosen family aspect of it all. That's one thing that we love about this show. And just listening to the two of you talk about each other, it's giving me those vibes. The way you're speaking about each other is the way that the women would speak about each other on the show. And it's
Yes.
really, really
Yes.
special.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Thank you. And I feel it. And thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah. Well, so then before we get into the next segment, I want Kerri to set that up because she picked some amazing clips. But I do want to, my last question about y'all's podcast is, what do you think? And I'll start with you, Matt. Why do you think the Golden Girls, fans of the Golden Girls, would like Filling and Phyllis, your podcast?
So I think, it's really kind of just what Kerri said a moment ago about, we kind of have that same dynamic of chosen family. And, when you were on our podcast, you talked about when Kerri came to you with this idea to do Out on Lanai, and you wanted to be the first to do it. And you also talked about how, like, at the time, like a lot of podcasts were just like, guys talking with no plan. And listen, like, Jake and I could do a podcast, but it's just two more young gay guys talking at each other. And
Yeah.
Phyllis is the hook, right? Like Phyllis is the thing that makes us different and unique. And to your point, Kerri, like whenever I watch the Golden Girls, I'm always thinking like I would love to just like wake up in that home. I think it's part of like being
Mm.
nostalgic for the 90s and maybe even a little bit of the 2000s. Just like waking up in an analog home, all the women are in nightgowns, like that just sounds great. And Phyllis.
Yeah. And the cheesecake and what was the home that Dorothy always threatened to send her mother back
Shady
to?
Pines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she would say something. Shady Pines, Mom. Shady Pines.
Well, Kerri, set up a little bit about what we're about to do.
So, one thing that is so special about having the two of you on is it gave us the opportunity to go kind of through our mental Rolodex of Golden Girls episodes and go, there are a lot of episodes where we see the women interacting with younger people, and it can tell us a lot about society and about culture and about relationships and about ageism and just age differences and all that stuff. So we found 3 clips that we wanted to play that kind of highlight that, because again, this is a special circumstance having the two of you on. And
Yeah.
the first is we kind of wanted to talk about
before we get to that. So so that's what we're about to do. Let's take a little break.
Oh, that's right, because we have to take a break first.
Let's take a little break. Ads, got to pay for things. And then we will come back with Matt and Phyllis from Filling in Phyllis.
And we are back with Matt and Phyllis. And the first clip that we want to play from the Golden Girls kind of tackles dating dynamics between an older person and a younger person, which we see in Blanche and the Younger Man. It's a season 1 episode. We love, love, love this episode. Blanche is dating a younger man. It's in the title. I think we should maybe play the clip, and then I know we have some kind of follow-up questions to ask you guys about it.
Exactly.
Yes, I believe I will have the escargot and the duck à l'orange and a nice tossed salad with the blue cheese dressing.
I'll have the watercress salad with 2 lemon wedges, please.
Oh, that sounds great. I didn't even see that on my menu. I'll have the same thing. Isn't this a lovely place?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite restaurants.
I'm into macrobiotics myself.
I am too. I just like this atmosphere. So, what did you do before you got into teaching aerobics?
I worked at a museum.
You're kidding me. I work at a museum. I love art.
Me too. I love lifting it.
I beg your pardon?
I used to unload the trucks. And I don't know why, but lifting those statues really helped develop my deltoids. See?
Yes, that's fascinating. Put that down, honey.
So, as we can see in this clip, I mean, these two could not be on more different pages. I think, you know, the younger guy, he's all about like fitness and eating healthy, and all I do is lift. And, you know, with Blanche, she's this woman, she's, you know, she has experienced so much. She works in a museum, she loves art. She's like not really in a place where she's like going to be ordering the watercress salad. So that's just like a really fun dynamic, I think, to see between the two of them. And she's clearly
Phyllis,
trying to impress him, you know?
Yeah. What would you do in that situation, Phyllis?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't go out with a man that young. I want someone to know who Winston Churchill was. But what would I do? And I think I would do exactly what she did. If you remember, once he said to her, I really enjoy your company. You remind me of my mother. She called the waiter back and ordered a double scotch and ordered the food that she wanted afterwards. I think I would not have been in that situation, me personally. But I think if I were, I would do exactly what Blanche did. I'd order a double scotch and eat the food she wanted to eat. Yeah. And then go home and lie to the girls.
Yeah, lie and said you had the best sex of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Matt, I do the thing that I really, let me just say first off, if we are out to eat, I'm sorry, if you're at a fancy restaurant like that and you're ordering a watercress salad, fuck you. Fuck you.
That right there's a turnoff. Exactly.
Get the bread, get the cheese, get the dessert.
Yes, get the carbs.
Get the duck à l'orange. How often are you going to cook duck à l'orange?
How often are you going to say duck à l'orange?
Right.
Like,
The thing that stood
Never.
out to me the most in that scene was, I guess I haven't seen season 1 since COVID because I'm watching it with my partner Jake. I've seen it many times, of course, but he's watching everything
Yeah.
for the first time, and he is taking his sweet time with it. So the last time I saw this,
He never watched Golden
I
Girls
feel like
before?
introduced him. I mean, now, like, he's at the podcast events. He was there when I met HAlan. Like, yeah,
Mm.
he's fully in it.
Mhm.
But yeah, has
Yeah.
still not seen the finale. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know about
Wow.
the super dress.
Can you imagine? I'm sorry, I'm getting excited here.
Yeah.
I had to move my chair. Can you imagine experiencing the finale for the first time? I don't even remember
Wow.
my first time watching the finale because I've
Either.
watched it so many times
Yeah.
since, and I've shed so many tears. I mean, it must have been because I don't think I would have watched it when it was on the air. Because again, I'm only 28, but I don't think I would have. I don't know. Probably would have been Lifetime.
Is the finale when Dorothy leaves to get married and they all hug each
Yeah,
other?
and she wears the
Yeah.
toilet paper dress, the toilet
Yes,
paper roll dress.
that's a great way to explain it. Toilet
Yeah.
paper dress.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was, and you can tell that it was real, that they were all really sobbing.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
but that was such a good episode. I was so sad when that show went off the air. And she's the one who wanted to leave, I believe, right?
Yes,
She
she was. Yes. Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
definitely.
want to
Trust
leave.
me, Phyllis, on this podcast, if you say something about the Golden Girls, they all know. Everyone knows. There's nothing you can say that this audience doesn't know. And trust me,
Okay, good.
if you say it wrong, they'll let you know.
They'll let you know.
Okay,
But they'll give
I
you a
love it.
pass, though, Phyllis. They
They'll
will
give you a pass, Phyllis.
Okay,
Everyone
yes.
listening, you
Yeah.
can yell at me. You all
Yeah.
just yell at me. Always yell at me.
I will. I remember in the church when she's walking down the aisle and Sophia's going, "My baby," and then Blanche is going, "She looks so pretty," and they put the camera on Rose and she's going, "Hi-yo, the yeti-yo."
Oh, yeah. All their inner thoughts. It's so good. Such a great Rose moment.
such a
Speaking
good-
of
Oh my
Rose,
God.
Oh yeah, we have a Rose moment.
so the next clip that we have kind of showcases workplace dynamics. This is from a season 5 episode, Rose Fights Back. So we'll play this little clip here with Enrique Mas.
Oh, I loved him.
Terry, are there any applicants for the new production assistant's job coming in this afternoon?
They'll be here at 2.
Hi.
How do you do, madam? I am Enrique Mas.
Mrs. Nyland is here on an age discrimination complaint.
I can assure you I will try very hard to help you.
Could I ask you something? I heard you mention you're going to be hiring a new production assistant. Could I apply for that job? I'm a big fan of yours and I respect your work. I know I'd be terrific.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm afraid you're just not the right type. The job requires someone with great energy and drive, and quite frankly, someone of your advanced age.
Wait a minute. I'm here on an age discrimination case and you're telling me I'm too old?
Oh, it is not me. It is Enrique Mas.
Oh my God.
So funny.
So funny. So funny. Wait, Phyllis, I want to ask you about, because like age discrimination is a real thing. Have you felt it?
Oh, 1,000%, particularly for women. Absolutely. I would say after like 48, there's definitely age discrimination, and particularly on women. And it's really not fair. You know, the thing I really love about the clip you just played, because Rose was the airhead and the ditz, but she also had a wisdom about her, and she also had a spunky sassiness about her that what I loved when that came out. You know what I mean? Like I feel like her character, I actually think her character had more dimensions than any of the others.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely
Right?
agree with that. Yeah, Matt,
I really do.
what do you think about that?
Me?
Who are you asking?
Yeah, Matt.
What? Oh gosh. I think, speaking to the idea of her being like the most fleshed out, I think for me that is Dorothy. But they are such a perfect compass of, there's two sets of complete opposites. But for this clip, I mean, I've worked as a PA on so many shows here in LA, and it is so funny to think of Betty White showing up in her 60s to, apply for what is a very thankless job. Knowing what PAs do, it's like, she she should be doing much
She
more.
should be doing more.
Yeah, she should be in
Yeah.
charge, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But that being said, Phyllis, if you ever applied to like Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars Hip Hop Edition, I worked on 2 seasons of that show. Great show.
What
Phyllis would have been super.
what is? It's yeah, yeah. I just and I didn't realize it until I just said it. I think she had more dimensions than the other women. I really
Yeah.
do.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Argument
Well, the other
going
thing,
on, yeah.
I mean, I do think that like I think age is like one of those things that I feel like is A, such a sensitive topic, but also B, like, there are still people thriving doing things at a lot of ages, and yet oftentimes they get overlooked because, especially in Hollywood, we value younger people. We value whatever the youth is. And on this podcast, we have always celebrated, and in my career outside of this podcast, I have always celebrated women, particularly of a certain age, and like featuring them and doing things with them and making sure that they get highlighted. And I feel like there needs to be more of that. And the Golden Girls was really the only spot doing that in the 1980s. I mean, in a weird way, the existence of the show was directly fighting the thing that this episode is talking about, age discrimination.
1,000%.
Yeah.
You hit it right on. You hit it right on. It absolutely, absolutely. And but and I've told Matt this many times. I have a lot of female friends. I'm a girl's girl. And I have friends
Unless
that
they're
are
gay guys. Unless they're gay guys in the room.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I put them in the background.
Yeah.
But there are women that are my age or even 50 that act like they're Barbara Bush. They act old. They
Oh.
wear old hair. I mean, I don't want to be Madonna and wear shorts that my butt's hanging out. Although I do wear short shorts. But it's all up here. It really is.
It is.
And I don't want. I'm never going to be old. Like
Wow.
Jane Gideon, that Goodell that just died. If you saw pictures of her, 91 when she died, she still looks so beautiful and graceful to me. And Helen Mirren, she's. I just think it's something to look forward to. That's how I look at it. I don't feel like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's something to look forward to. And I love
Sure.
my 60s. My 60s are my favorite next to my 30s.
Oh, really?
Great
Why?
perspective.
Because you know what? At this point, I just don't care.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're out here showing those legs, Phyllis.
Yeah, I'm showing those legs, and I just you grow into yourself. And sure, do I wish my neck was a little raised? Although I am going to work on that. But I just you just grow into yourself, and I will not allow negative women in my life anymore. I only want to be around friends that lift me up, and I would not have had the guts to do that 20 years ago. I would have just said, "Oh well, But now it's like, no, it's
No.
not working.
And that's exciting for me.
I
to look
love that, Phyllis. I love that.
It's. I'm telling you, sweetheart, it's true.
Wait,
It's real.
what were
Remember,
you
I
saying?
said that.
What were you saying, Matt?
This is one of the things that I learned from Phyllis every time we are together. It's something to look forward to. I thought I had all my stuff together in my 20s. I certainly didn't. Phyllis was telling me at the time that I didn't. I just didn't believe her. And here I am, 10 years later, and I feel better. I feel more myself, and it's really exciting to think, like, in another 30 years, it'll be even better.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. I'm serious. It's really,
Amazing.
it's a great experience. And then on the side note, as a joke, I'm like, I'm just glad I'm still here. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enjoying life. Like getting older is a gift.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
How many people we know don't make it, past 40 or 50? I mean, you guys are too young, but you have friends that don't make it. It's a gift. It's lovely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Kerri, we have one more clip, right?
Yes, we do. This one covers family dynamics and age differences. And we've seen on the Golden Girls, there are young grandsons that come to visit. They're, once Rose and Blanche were duped by these 2 teenage girls. But a clip that I really wanted to pull that I thought was so sweet was from season 1, Nice and Easy, between Blanche and her niece, Lucy, and kind of how they connect, which was very, very sweet. Let's play that.
Aunt Blanche, I'm a grown woman. I can live my life any way I want to.
Oh, I know that. I just don't think this is the way you really want to live it.
Is it my fault men find me attractive?
No, honey, what they find you is available. And that's no compliment.
I find this very strange coming from you, Aunt Blanche. Because from the stories I've heard, you're not exactly a saint.
No, you're right. I do enjoy the company of gentlemen. Always have. But I can promise you one thing, Lucy. When I'm with a man, it's because I like him, not because I want him to like me.
Well, what's wrong with wanting to be liked? Aunt Blanche, do you remember what I looked like as a kid?
Oh, yes, I do. You were a beautiful child.
I was not. I was short and fat with braces and acne. And I used to think to myself, oh, I would give anything to be just like my Aunt Blanche, to be pretty and popular with lots of friends. And then when I turned 16, it seemed like everything changed overnight. I shot up and out, the braces came off, and finally the boys started to notice me. And it was nice to be noticed, to be liked.
Oh, baby. Honey, you've been trying so hard to get everybody to like you that you never got around to liking yourself. And if you don't like yourself, you can't respect yourself. And if you can't respect yourself, neither can anybody else.
Wise words. Wise.
That makes me cry, and I love that episode.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that episode. It was so many young girls, because I'm kind of the mama that, they think, well, if I sleep with him, then he's going to want to spend time with me. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You have to have a friendship first. And so many young people think, and girl, like I had terrible acne when I was a kid, and it never leaves you. It never leaves you. Hopefully with therapy and other things, you get over it, but you never forget how people made you feel, when you were a teenage girl or this and that. But I love when she said, you have to learn to like yourself. And it was just, and I've told that to so many young girls. Just because you slept with him, he's not going to call you. You were too easy. I mean, unless you just want to have a hookup, but you have to love and respect yourself before anybody else could. I loved that episode.
Remember, Phyllis, when we met, little situationship I was in, sleeping with someone does not make them obsessed with you.
No.
I
No.
did.
It
But
doesn't.
we all have to learn that. We all have to learn that. You
Yeah.
can't be told. You have to learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
And that's probably, I think that's also the benefit of having someone a little older in your life, because like for a younger person, I mean, I feel like I'm that with some of my younger friends. And I've also had that with some of my older friends, that like you really learn the lessons from people and in a non-judgmental way. And I think that's really important for a lot of people to have. I think everyone needs that one older friend who's not going to judge you, not going to treat you like a child, not going to whatever. They're just going to treat you like a human being and be like, listen, I've been that age before. I've done this. No judgment, but maybe try this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All the people my age were giving just the worst advice. And I have a very vivid memory. I worked at a soap opera in my early 20s in the production office. I'm all just, upset about something. I'm on the phone with Phyllis at the Xerox machine. Scripts are coming out. And I remember Phyllis being on the phone with me saying, like, Matt, it's not going to work out with me and this other person.
Yeah.
And she was the only one who was being really direct with that. Everyone else is like, keep trying.
I was actually hard on you at times.
You were,
but
absolutely.
I wanted to get through to you, and only because I had been there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if he cares about you or not. He doesn't want to make a commitment.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. And
That's it. But you learned. But that also showed a really soft side of Blanche.
It did.
Yeah.
And one thing that I noted was it's really smart that the writers put this storyline in the first season, because it kind of sets up Blanche almost as, can I say, ethical slut? Like it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great term.
Blanche would never date a married man because she had morals, she had standards. So yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
She's not sleeping with men because she is, unhappy with herself. It's quite the opposite, right? Is what she's saying.
Hey,
That's the main thing. Yeah.
She's
But
just
she,
horny.
she knows what she's doing. She's aware
Yeah.
she's, a woman of a certain age. She's making these decisions and she's doing them knowing kind of what Phyllis has talked about. Like she knows who she is and she's comfortable and she's in these situations. She's with these because she wants to be. And I love
Yeah. And that's what I want my future to be, with Italian men.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, I have about 50 I can introduce you to.
Wonderful. Make them big and hairy.
Go.
So I do want to say also this episode, one thing, this is totally unrelated to anything we've just discussed, but the genes that her niece or she was niece, right? Her niece.
Her
Yeah.
niece,
Her niece,
yes.
she had the ovary genes on in this
You
episode.
have
Do you
to
remember
explain
that,
what we
Kerri?
mean by ovary genes. Yes,
Yeah,
I know
so,
exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, thank you. Because this is early days of Out on the Lanai podcast. It was Grace Helbig, who I believe was the guest, and we were watching this episode, and her genes have, I don't know if they're faded or if they're ripped or what it is, but they had two spots right where her ovaries would be on her
It almost looks like a little
jeans.
fallopian tube and an ovary on both of her jeans. If you ever watch the episode,
niece?
Lucy,
Yeah.
the niece,
Go
yes, when
back
she's
and
wearing that yellow blouse.
I believe it's her first introduction. Oh, the yellow blouse. Was it yellow blouse?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but I thought I was good. I did not remember that at all. You guys are good.
This is our little world. We go a little too deep, if you know what
Tip
I mean.
of the iceberg right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, Phyllis and Matt, you've both been a delight. I just want to say, just for everyone, we're going to do a golden takeaway. We're going to take a little break, but before we get into the golden takeaway, I do want people to know where to go to find your podcast, to follow both of you, all of those things.
You're so sweet.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Filling and Phyllis is available wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the places. We're also on YouTube. Full episodes go up every Tuesday. You can find us on Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, and TikTok. All of those are at Filling and Phyllis, all one word. New episodes every Tuesday. We have some really exciting guests coming up. And this week, HAlanScott is our guest, which we're super excited for everyone to hear. It's a really fun episode.
Yeah. And Phyllis, where can people find you on Saturday night?
The Corner.
I'm still always out. I am still always out. I have a great group of friends, and we're always going to dinner. I hang out a lot in Toluca Lake. I used to work there, and they actually call me the mayor of Toluca Lake. You know, life's all about enjoying your friends and good conversation and reading books and being able to have great conversations and discuss, you know, current affairs. And yeah, I'm usually out on a Saturday night.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for doing the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. And Kerri, when do you do?
In a couple months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
She's still got some cooking time.
Still cooking.
Got some cooking time. You're still cooking in the oven. Okay, well, congratulations, honey.
Thank you very much.
And we are back for our golden takeaways, which is a nugget of truth or inspiration that you can apply to your lives or the lives of our listeners. Kerri, Doherty, Bush, Montgomery Cliff, what is your golden takeaway?
Well, first, just what a fantastic chat with Phyllis and Matt. It was just such a lovely time. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed talking with them.
I enjoyed it.
I think my golden takeaway is, you know, I think a lot of times when it comes to older versus younger people, there can be this like ego that gets in the way of, you know, thinking that we
I've
can
lived
learn
and
something
I
from
know
them.
everything.
Exactly. So I feel like, older people can say like, you're a baby, you don't know anything, I've lived. And younger people are like, you don't know anything. You don't, you're living in olden times. Like this is a cell phone. That's, not a rotary phone. So I just want to say, like, if we can take anything away from this conversation besides like appreciating a beautiful friendship, it's that younger people, older people, we all have valuable and different perspectives and we can all learn from each other. And it's a beautiful thing.
I agree. I second that completely. That's not my golden takeaway, but I fully second that. My golden takeaway is, now Phyllis kept talking about how she just turned 68 just a couple of weeks ago. So everyone go over to the Filling and Phyllis Instagram. We'll put all the things in the show notes, but go over there and wish her a very happy birthday. Give her a Mr. Hot dog situation. Yeah, say happy birthday and put hot dog emojis on the thing. So go do that. But then also, what I hope when I reach Phyllis's age, which is going to be in a long time because I'm 28 years old, is that I hope I am still coloring my hair, wearing the lipstick, wearing the short shorts that Phyllis is wearing. I hope that I am out there looking slutty. I want full face of makeup. I want to be Nathan Lane in the Birdcage in LA, not Miami, but like I want to be that at 68 years old. And I think everyone listening, and you, Kerri, Doherty, Bush, Montgomery Cliff, can probably envision that as well.
Yeah. I also want to second your golden takeaway. Yeah, I think like I want to have that attitude. I want to embrace aging and just be like, yeah, I feel so good. I
don't want to
so
embrace
good.
aging, but I want to embrace being cool.
Okay.
Phyllis
I want to
is
embrace
cool.
aging. I will never put fillers in my face, you guys. Never, ever, ever,
Well,
ever, ever.
I already do that, but okay.
Not for me. It would look awful.
A little bit of Botox, a little bit of filler right here. We're good. We're good. It makes me feel good.
Well, as long as it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
That's the important part. Everyone, thank you so, so much for listening. This has been Out on the Lanai. Definitely check out Filling in Phyllis. We'll drop the links everywhere, and we'll catch you guys back here next week for more Golden Girls greatness.
And we are a part of Mom, Moguls of Media. So go over there and support Mom Plus, and you can follow us on social media at Golden Girls Pod on Twitter, Out on the Lanai Official on Instagram, Golden Girls Pod on Facebook, and I'm HAlanScott / Sadie Pines on everything.
And I'm Squidsy on Instagram and Squid Eat Squid on Twitter. And if you guys want to do something else nice for the podcast, you can leave us a rating and a review wherever you get this podcast, because it does help more Golden Girls discover us and join our lovely kick-ass community of Golden Girls fans.
And remember,
as always,
stay
golden.
Stay golden and get a hot dog. I need a hot dog real bad.
Out on the Lanai is not endorsed by Whit Thomas Harris Productions, Touchstone Television, Disney, or any of its subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only.
All names, pictures, audio, and video clips of the Golden Girls are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.